bit much, my guy. Just gonna have to do figure eights, bro. Alright, that's 4. Alright, so 4 of them. Is that 3? No, that was 4. Oh, there they are. And we're gonna have to be sneaky. Oops. Maybe he hasn't noticed me yet. Damn it. Gotta get both of them? Fuck yeah, dude. Whoa, shit. That's not good. Where was that? Are you still there? I'm not mad at you. Ow, fucker. I'm looking at it on the delay. Hey, Elo, you got our emotes.
No! That's fantastic. Super fantastic. And here we are again.
I've had a great... I forgot I created that like days ago. Man. Well, now it's gonna clip the last 30 seconds that there was nothing going on, but that's all good. It works. I have to go. Wait a minute. There we go. First try. Best. Forgot about the gap. I'm gonna sharpen.
Yeah, I'm on blue now.
Oh, he's not gonna let me finish. Oh my god. Oh,
Barely.
that was insane. I don't even know how I got away with it. If you ask me. I think if... Would that suffocate them? Wonder.
Watermelons.
Happy. Oh man, I haven't even done this whole room. Fuck, I need more.
Whoa! Was this your doing, Chubby?
Oh, I think I made way too much wood. Okay, anyway.
There's a fire.
I feel like Chubby is like, he's become Dennis the Menace, and you're just like, is this your doing? There's no way! That thing is moving so fast. What the f... Right? I don't think...
YOLO. Oh! Oh! First try. What the? Ooh, the crawling is really slow. Oh my god! What the fuck is that? Jesus Christ. What the fuck, man? I thought these things were friendly now.
Damn it, Chris. Pokes noise.
Yo, dude.
There you go, Chris.
That was...
Yoshi said 7B, yes.
Oh my
8B,
God.
yes. Oh my god. Holy fuck. Eric said.
I guessed. Holy shit.
Anyone else heard? I didn't even get...
8, but then they measured me before the job, and I'm 5'9".
Apparently I shrink and he gets bigger. Or taller.
Come over here. He's a match up. Yeah. Maybe it took a while for him to load. Boom. That was great. That was so good. Fucking killed himself, dude. Nani?
You're still moving.
Your batteries in your Wii
Ooh,
are
not-
nearly depleted.
Are you serious?
She's telling me.
That's what
She's telling me.
the game is telling you? What the heck? Okay, I guess I'll...
She's telling me.
I guess you're not complete.
Look, now it's down there.
Yeah, well, I saw that.
Oh, I
Well,
didn't.
I was looking at the corner and I was like, how do you know? Because I didn't...
Oh. Yeah, she's telling me.
The fucking game just told us that. Okay, I'll be back with some batteries.
Now, can we get to what I was trying to do? I've been attacked. I've been stabbed. Hey, the tree's ready. That was so fast and loud. Whoa. That was gnarly. Well, it works. Scared the shit out of me. Those stairs. I'm not going up those stairs anymore. God damn it, Chris. Fuck off. But I feel like this guy down. What a mysterious song. It sounds so familiar. It's almost as if something I've forgotten is trying to be remembered. Oh, I feel Kermie. Sorry, I made myself laugh. Ah, this is the cutscene we were on. Welcome back, everybody. Let me make sure you can hear me. Yes, it looks like you can hear me. Everything's good. Rabbit is good. Rabbit is wise. Yeah, so the thing, was it yesterday? Right? Yeah. The thing I talked about yesterday with OBS, apparently there's a tool that just does everything for you. So that's what I'm here to do now, is to play around with that. Yeah. I don't know why. Okay, that's fine. Can't seem to get it to the right light level, but it doesn't matter. T-Dub. Salute. Welcome in. Yeah, I found a tool that pretty much does the thing I was talking about. I was actually working on something after I went offline from stream, and I was like, man, I wonder if I can make this more like visually appealing, right? So let me move on over to this, right? So over here, right, this is the stream monitor, right? And I was telling you guys, hey, make it full screen. You can have your chat here. You could have your window here, whatever your current scene is, and then your actual gameplay here, right? There's something that does that much better, and I am currently using it on my stream. I set up all day setting that up. Well, last night setting it up. So what we need to do first is we need to grab a plugin. It's called, what is it called? It's called like Dirch Blink, Dirch Blick, Dirch Blick, I think. For OBS. Now, Dirch Blick lets you do basically what OBS lets you do automatically, right? It's called a multi-view monitor, where you can see all your scenes. Right, here's your preview, here's your program, there's the scene, and you can click them, right? And they will automatically switch. If you go into studio mode and you do that, and you do multi-view again, the green one is your preview, right, on the left-hand side. And then when you, oh, sorry, you have to turn on a thing called double click, right? Under general. If I'm going too fast, let me know, by the way. Down here, it says transition to scene when double clicked, right? Because you can do it from here. You can double click and it'll transition on over. But you could do the same here. So if I want just chatting to be it, and the preview will be the last scene you were in, right? So now the last scene was just chatting. I like this feature, but like, you can't play off of this little corner of your monitor, right? Or of your TV. So instead, we have found Dirchblick. It is German. The word is German, I believe. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to install this. I've been wanting this for a long time, and I can't believe I just found it. What? It blocked it. That's pretty funny. If you think you made a mistake, how do I, let's see, run as administrator? Yes. Okay. So give me a second. I need to let's see, apps. What the hell? Windows is actually blocking me from installing that app. Probably under privacy and security, right? App. Give me a second while I figure this out. Oh, by the way, let's turn on some tunes, Joe. So it's under the Windows Defender thing? Okay. Off. Windows trying to tell me how to use my own well, not my computer, but how to use any computer. How dare you? How you doing today, Tita, by the way? There we go. Run anyway. Yeah. How art thou? But yes, Dirtblick. Install, finish. All right. And since we had OBS open, we have to close OBS and reopen it, right? Yeah, so the setup I have now, leagues better than what I had before. Like leagues. So now instead of going to view, just chilling, nothing going on today, nice. Day off. So instead of going to the multi-view, you go to tools. Doing good, man. I spent time just kind of setting this up and seeing how I was going to present it to you guys. Hung out with my wife and the kid for a bit, and the wife went off to go hang out with her family up at the lake. All right, so Dirtblick is what we're looking for now, and as you can see, it's pretty much the same thing, but these are actually each individual panels. If I can kind of like show you, right? Oh, you're watching my VOD? Okay. So yeah, so these are 4 panels, right? So up here, if I can get up here. Up here, this is actually 4 panels. So when I right click and hold, I can select the panels that I want to do something. And then when I let go, it gives me a little contextual menu. So that means, like, let's say, for example, how many scenes do we have here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 scenes, right? We have 5 scenes that we can use. So basically, also we want to not have these in multi-view, so uncheck those. We don't want to see these in multi-view. Actually, maybe this one, maybe screens, but everything else, take off of that. And then Dirtblick. Oh, it's still showing them. Oh, you know what? Let's just clear them all, right? So we could just do quick actions, right? I'm down here, quick actions. Clear selected cells. So now we have a blank slate. And this is modular, so now we can actually change it to, let's say, a 5x5 grid. Okay? I kind of do even numbers just so, I mean, if you wanted to fill your entire screen, because you can totally, you could do a vertical layout so you can have it like wherever you want. You could have it to the side of your OBS if you want, so you could have it over here or whatever. But I'm going to want it full screen, and I want it 5x5. And here's what I've been setting up. You can set it up however you want. So I have been grabbing like the top right most of these, and I've been setting them. If you go to set widget, I've been setting those to a scene that I want to see. So we could do screens, right? Scene, screens, hit OK. And now this is my monitor, right? It is. You can get rid of the label if you know what you're looking at here. And remember, we said with the number pad, we can switch between display, game. I forget what this one was. It's like capture card, right? But we can switch between them. And then what you can do down here, you can set this corner one to be starting soon, right? You can set this one to just chatting. You can set this one to gameplay. You can set this one to, be right back. And you can set this one, to the ending screen. So now you know what scene you're on, or what are your other scenes, and as a bonus, hold on, I'm gonna try something that I actually don't even know if I can do. Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to do this. I'm gonna have to do. Oh, what's this? Oh! So yes, so if you... Let's get out of here. So right in my gameplay or in my monitor, right? I had a little thing, a little source, right? That was my chat. So whatever your chat source is, you could actually also select that as a widget here, right? So you set widget, and instead of scene, you go to source, and then you can literally pick any source in your OBS. So if I do chat like I did before, boom. Now we have chat here. Crazy, right? So now this is your command center. And it's way easier than what I was doing. Right? And what did I say? We said, and we could switch back and forth between OBS and that. But what did we say? We said, I know I just found it yesterday. I was like, after I did the stream, I was like, dude, this is so much easier. What was I gonna do? I was gonna do something here and I forgot. You can make this bigger, obviously. And then you can have like extra panels. Like I have 2 extra panels on the right. So I do a 7x7. So my chat is 7 tall. And then on the corners, to the left and right of this, I have my alerts and shout outs. So if there's a shout out, it'll show up there too. But what was I going to do? Something here on OBS. I can't remember now. I don't remember, but here's another cool thing. Let's say, you don't really need the end card, right? Let's say you could set this to, you can set it to an audio mixer. Look at that. Now you have your audio. You can adjust volume here. How crazy is that? How crazy is that? Like I can literally adjust it. Whoop. Right? Game audio. Mic audio. I thought I adjusted this thing to be top right. Hold on a second. Top. Yeah, it does say top right. Wait. Oh, no. I put it in the wrong spot. That timer's like right in my face. It's funny. Yeah, I can't move that one. That one's stuck where it's at. That's funny. That's okay. No biggie. What's it called again? So here is the... I will send it to you right now. This is it, Dirtblick. Dirtblick is the name. Yes, absolutely, man, absolutely. One thing I'm noticing, this one's not letting me change, because you can also like change them. Oh yeah, you can hide this from display capture, which is nice. In mine, if I go to mine, I can click mine. Why can't I click here? Interesting. Because you may just want to like do it this way also, right? You can also show yourself the safe area, right? For production, if you're not doing streaming, if you're doing something else. Guardo. I'm glad you just showed up. So I found the new way to do the thing if you watch the VOD, I figured out a new way to do it. It's a thing called Dirtblick. The link should be just above there. T-Dub just asked for it, and so there it is now. But yeah, so this whole thing, right? I made this thing yesterday. How do I do? Where the heck is it? Oh, project, right? Nope, that's not what I want. Perfect, I can see it. Okay, nice. But yeah, remember I made this thing? I was like, oh, you could do this projector thing and you'd have your game on a separate screen, right? So I don't know if you know about the multi-view. So the multi-view is built into OBS and you can see all your scenes here, but it's limited, right? Like I can't resize these windows, right? I don't like that. I don't like not being able to resize, because I could totally use this for myself. So the Dirtblick plugin, it's under tools once you install it. Now you can make it whatever size you want, and you can put whatever source you want, right? So these are 4 individual cells. I don't know if you can kind of see them. Right, let me zoom in real quick. So this is a cell, that's a cell, that's a cell, that's a cell, and you can tell it to grab a source instead of a scene, right? And so I told it to grab the chat browser source, and I just say, okay. And now I have, this one's janky, right? But now I have the chat here. I'm wondering about the yeah, and so you can have this on the HDMI that you are using, right? So you don't have to keep switching back and forth. You basically can have let's say for example here, right? You would do extended. Is that what you're doing? You weren't here yesterday, so I couldn't really ask you what you were doing for your PC setup, but your main PC will have your game, right? HDMI 1 or whatever. HDMI 2 will have your OBS setup and your Dirtblick. How do I... Okay, there we go. Right, so your Dirtblick multi-monitor thing, multi-view, will be on that screen, and you can leave the other one wherever it's at so that you don't have to keep switching HDMIs. Does that make sense? Because now, yeah. So now, how do I? Oh, I'm confusing myself. Too many screens. What's up, Dan the Man, the one and only? Right, so here I'm capturing an entire desktop. Here I'm capturing the game. Which, by the way, over here on screens, why is that one small? This should be, I guess this should be stretched, right? Control S. You think it's doable if you got it right? Yeah, I mean, ask questions, ask away, you know. Let me know. So basically, I'm capturing an entire desktop here, right? And you can see your entire desktop, and that way you can kind of navigate your game, whatever. If you don't want that, you could just do just the gameplay. I think we had right? Didn't we have that one for that? Just to kind of like as a visual. Is the video broadcast gone? Is that why? That's fine. Doesn't matter. Woke up today with the warped theme song today, and it stuck in my head. Thank you very much. That's funny. Yeah, the old what's it called? Yeah. Yeah, but I needed to share this because I was like, bruh, this is so much easier than before. And you can lock this so you don't accidentally like move things around. Oh yeah. You can put a literal, what's it called here? An audio monitor. Hello? Look at this. Now you can actually see your audio levels also on here, right? So all you have to do is set widget and you tell it audio mixer. What does this mean? Oh, channel width? Wait, what is that? I don't know what that means. I'm still learning this, but yeah, wait, it's 2 HDMIs from the computer or is the same? So what is your setup, Guardo? Oh, okay, so that is channel width. I get it. Ah, look at that. I'm going to put that on my setup. I don't have that on my setup right now. So you tell me, Guardo. Actually, let me find it here. How did we do this? We made a little a paint drawing yesterday. I don't know if you remember. Wait. Oh, I'm clicking all the wrong things because I have 3 monitors going. So I think we did we did this. So your PC has 2 outputs. Right? Is this how you're doing it? You're streaming and playing off the same PC, Guardo? For example, like Resident Evil 4, right? They're active, which is awesome. Like you can actually see them. Like they're active and you can adjust the game volume and everything. So if we have the game volume, oh, because it's not because it's not active, that's why. Okay. So you have one HDMI from the computer and one HDMI from the console into different TV sources. Okay, so this is the same thing basically, right? So I'm trying to think of how to explain this. So just pretend one of your inputs is this, right? Is your gameplay. So that's your capture card up here. Right? So your capture card is one of these sources, let's just say, right? I don't have a capture card working right now. But it would be the same. So I don't know if you watched the VOD, but what I did is I made a scene that is just the screens so that I know so that I have my things in one thing, if that makes sense. Like I have all my scenes, all my captures, display capture, game capture, capture card, and a window capture all in the same nested scene. And then in gameplay, inside gameplay, I have the scene of the screens, right? This is pointing to a scene here. This is pointing to this. So it's a nested scene. And I made like some keyboard shortcuts. You know, you could obviously use Touch Portal or whatever. Right? So when one of them shows up, the other one turns off, etc., etc. But one weird thing is I know you can click these, but it's not letting me. You're supposed to be able to click these to switch to that scene if you want. I did start it, but haven't finished the VOD yet because I wanted to be on the computer while watching it. Oh, perfect. Yes, yes. I don't know why it's not letting me click. Yeah, like it's on mine. If I go to my computer, I can click these. Is it actually switching? No, it's not. Yeah, I don't know. Either way, make yourself some keyboard shortcuts so you can switch right between display, right? So here I have, right? Here I have a PC display. This would be my game. This would be capture card. And then 4 would be like a window or something. Right? So let's just say the window is yeah, if the window's paint, why isn't it showing up? That's funny. That one? Oh, because paint's not on. Yeah. And keyboard shortcut to fit something to the screen, to stretch it, to reset it, Control R. So fit is Control F, stretch Control S. If you want to reset it, Control R. If you want to center it, Control D, right? But they have to be unlocked. You can't manipulate them while they're not while they're locked, right? But yeah, I have an imaginary second screen. But this is like you can keep yourself from having to go back and forth between OBS and what you're doing. So like if you want to go back to your desktop, you can go to your desktop. Blah 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 blah. So in that window you see the game, and in another window you see the camera, right? So in this window, this multi-view, I'm seeing everything, right? So see the camera? You're seeing everything. Everything that you are seeing. I don't even know what fucking screen I'm on. Everything you are seeing right now is what you would see, right? That way you can play on the biggest part. And the people are so this is what the people are seeing are the what the heck? Where to go? Ah, why can't I do that? Hold on. I think it's because of this. Can I zoom into this? Okay. The people are seeing this, right? So the red says what scene they are seeing. But it doesn't change the view for you up here. This is your view, right? So this part up here, this is all you. It will never change. So if I want to change to just chatting, why isn't it changing? Hold on. I think studio mode is messing some things up. Let's turn off studio mode. We don't need studio mode. So now I'm in the starting soon screen, right? Because it's purple. Right over here. Now I'm in the just chatting scene. Now I'm in the gameplay scene. Be right back. And the ending scene I did have down here, but I changed that so I can change this back to ending soon, right? So yeah, there we go. And you can make this as big as you want. So if you're like, I want more scenes here at the bottom, or you want your chat just a little bit smaller, you can totally change this to like 6x6. I recommend even numbers so that you can, do whatever you want. So if let's say you have a lot of audio channels, you can make this whole bottom thing, which we just learned today, a mixer, right? With a two channel width. So now if we had a game going on or something. There's the game. I don't know if it's actually switching over. Yeah, the game audio's there. I think you have to set this when you have all your audio channels on. Yeah. So you got to have all your audio channels pretty much ready to go. Or I guess here you can unhide all. Because here's like all these, there's so many of these, you don't need all those. But yeah, I guess have all the ones you want active here. And so now these, imagine you have like 20 audio channels. Now they're all there. Can I make it vertical? What does it look like vertical? Okay. So I can't make the things horizontal, unfortunately. But I can make that something else if I wanted. Right? If I had another browser source like activities or whatever, right? So who was the last follow? Who was the last sub? Something like that. I could totally grab that from somewhere and put that in there. And if you just want to clear it, by the way, when I'm selecting with the right click, because when I let go, it gives me this thing right here. And I can just clear all those. And clear all those. Right? I wish I could move them. That'd be cool. But instead I have to like set widget, do starting soon here. Set widget, just chatting. Set widget, gameplay. Set widget, what is this? Be right back. Set widget, oops. Ending soon. And then this could be my audio. Boom. 2 channels. There we go. And now I can actually grab all of this and make this, like right now I'm just making it screens, but you can make it whatever you want. Boom. Now it's bigger because there's less space for these things down here, right? Because there's smaller screens, so this is bigger real estate now. And basically this can be your chat now. Boom. Now it takes up more depending on how you want your widget to be or your source. But this is what you would look at. And the people would never see this, right? You never have to worry about accidentally clicking onto this screen for them to see, right? So you can show your desktop a game that you're capturing locally on the PC. If I'm right on the PC, something that you're, yes, it's like it being customizable is mind-blowing and a godsend. Question. For example, Chris's music and sound animations that people plays over the stream, you can see and hear those too. So yeah, so this is where like this scene, this right here that I have, right? The screens scene. This is just an example. But what I'm doing, let me move over to, is I would basically make a new scene called Stream Monitor. I would still do this, right? Of course, we don't need this chat. We need to kind of keep somewhere. Because we don't need webcam there anymore. We don't need current scene. And we don't need screens. So I guess what I would do is in the stream monitor, I guess I would have the individual sources here, right? So maybe I would do, hold on. I need to get my brain around what screen I'm looking at. Okay. Let me figure out what screen I'm looking at here. And this one will actually be the monitor instead. So let's say like alerts, right? We want some alerts. I'm trying to figure this out because I need an example to give you, like something you can actually look at. Oh my God, I have two microphones on me next to me. Don't need that. Don't need that in my life right now. But basically, hold on. I mean, I guess I don't need a physical one here, right? I just need to show you that here you would add a browser source. We'll call this alerts, right? It could be whatever size you want, 480 by 360. You would control this. You would control this via OBS, right? So let's say this is now, that's your alerts, okay? So you'd have your alerts there, your chat. You could just leave them in the stream monitor. And then here's what I would do. In this screen right here, right? What I would do is I'd make this top one. So I would make these bottom ones here. I would make those ones the chat. The good thing is you can keep these all separate, right? So I'd make that the chat. And up here, I would set it to source alerts right there. Boom. So now when you get an alert, you'll see it up here, right? And it doesn't get in the way of your gameplay over here, right? This is your gameplay. You don't have to worry about it being right up in your face anymore. Does that make sense? Yeah. So your alerts will be right up here, chat here. Like I want to add the audio one to mine now. It's so cool. Like I'm going to do it right now. doing it right now because I just figured out how to do it. It's awesome. Oh, but it's too many. I can't see them all. That's funny. But it works. That's sick. Right. Hopefully this is making more and more sense. And like I said, you can make this even bigger if you want. Like if for some reason you have, like me, 7 different scenes. I have 7 different scenes. And so I am doing this. I'm taking over this whole thing. And I'm doing, what is it? Screens? Boom. And now this is chat. Right? Source, chat. Boom. And then down here I have, I don't know, let's do the audio mixer down there. There we go. And then here I have starting soon. Ah, I clicked cancel. Don't you hate that when you hit cancel? Starting soon. Just chatting. Got your, keep clicking the wrong one. Gameplay. Got your, what is it? Be right back. And then got your ending scene, right? Boom. And this bottom one could be something else. Right? Like for me, I have, what do I have over here? I have shout outs. So when someone does a shout out, let me go to mine. Right? So let's say I shout you out. What are them? Right?
What the fuck?
That's cool. It's got that latest screenshot that I did.
No.
Yeah, so if I'm doing something over here on my thing, you can't really see, but I can see the shout out in the bottom right. Because it's a widget. Basically.
Shit.
And it's not overlaid on my stuff. I like that was the last clip I did, which showed up right there. So yeah, there's no end to the possibilities. Basically, you create your widgets, you know, by making them sources, and then you just point the multi-monitor thing to that source. Make a sense? Does it make a sense? Right? Seeing as I'm switching, I see all these things. I see what's seen, the people are seeing, and you can tell right here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is what is actually happening. But over here, I literally just pointed with my finger. Over here, it's in red. 4. Be right back. 3, 2, 1. That way you're never like, what scene am I on? Right? Without leaving to another thing. But of course you would want, what's it called? You'd want to make your life easier by getting something like Touch Portal, right? I was telling T-Dub yesterday, Touch Portal is $13 once and forever. And that's what I use instead of a Stream Deck, right? I have it on the tablet or on my phone, and that's how I switch between scenes, right? So let me switch over to, so I don't see the change like big wise, but I see it down here in my thing, right? On my bottom thing down here, it's changed to something else. You know, over to just chatting. Now I can see it there. And I could be doing whatever I'm doing, blah, blah, blah. So like, for example, if I want to show you, my display, right? So this is what I'm doing. This is my display capture. Or I can go back to capturing my wife's PC right there. And I can go to, oh, I have a new BRB screen. Check this out. Now, something you can do, this is a secret, all right? This is an exclusive club thing for you guys. If you type in to chat, like say, for example, if you type in something like that, right? Exclamation point CH02. Check out what it does. So if you guys are bored when I go on BRB, I have channel 2, 3, 4, 5, and 12. Just for shits and giggles, just something that I worked on. Yeah. Yeah, so you guys can change the channel. So watch, let me go to BRB and do exclamation point CH02, 03, 04, 05, or 12. And all of those will work, right? You guys give it a shot. But yeah, Dan the man, the one and only. Thank you so much for the sub. Was that you, Chris, or was that actually him? Oh, it was Chris. Okay, well, thank you, Chris. Thank you, Chris, for subbing him. I appreciate that. I think those commercials might be a little too loud, so I'm turning them down a bit. But yeah, give you guys something to do while I'm away. You know, sometimes those BRB breaks, they last a damn minute, right? They last quite a long time. Ninja gift subbage. Ah, okay, I missed that part. Yes. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Ninja Ing. But yeah, Chris, do you see what I'm doing here? I can go over this all over again. I don't mind because I want, you know, a lot of us have limited setups, right? Only one monitor, only one PC, maybe a capture card, and it's hard to keep track of everything that you're doing. I don't mind. I don't mind, Shadow. If you want to use it also. Also, by the way, hello, how are you? That's what this stream is about today, right? Is everyone in here subbed? Because there's about to be an ad, apparently. Or there's ads right now. If there's ads right now, I'm sorry. Also, if there's ads, here we go. How about this? It's like, blech. Oh, sorry. I changed the see, I wanted it to be interactive. I wanted the BRB to be interactive. But yeah, Chris. Okay, so better channel. I know. I need to put more. Like it's all just commercials, basically, which is hilarious. And I love the TV Guide channel because I was like, when Pontiac still existed, Noises Channel 4 confirmed, right? So Chris, all right, Chris and everybody else that just came in, Shadow. OBS has a built-in thing, right? So let's say you have five scenes, and you often don't know which one's which or what stage they're at or whatever. Switching to channel 3 to play games, yeah. So here's what I have, right? So I have a scene called Screens that has all the things, right? Your display capture, your game capture, capture card, and a window capture. So whatever captures that you're used to always having, there you go. Bradley, welcome back in. Welcome back in. Also, I have new emotes. I don't know if you saw. I know a couple of you noticed it. You want to bed, buddy? Hold on, I'll be right back. Yeah, so I kind of came up with an idea yesterday. Well, not came up with an idea, but it's an idea I've been using. And then I realized, wait, there's got to be something already built in. And there is. Chris, thank you for gifting Bradley a sub. Appreciate it. Stop it. You're literally paying your own bills. But so OBS, if you go over here to view, there's a thing called multi-view, right? Multi-pass. And when you use it, you get this screen, right? You can switch between all the scenes that you allow to be there, right? Your left is your preview, your right is your program. Chris is the man. Chris is the man. If you have preview or studio mode on and you do that, the green one is your preview. The red one is the one that's currently being shown to everybody. And if you double click, it does a transition, right? And whatever your previous scene was, it goes into the preview slot. The problem with this is, right? Like I would love, I was like, I want to use this while I'm playing the game, but it's very limited. So somebody made a plugin. Let me get back to my area. This is the plugin. It's called Dirtblick. It is German, I believe. And I installed it onto OBS. And once I installed it, it's right here in Tools. Dirtblick. Right? Deutsch. Tis Deutsch. Da. Da? No. Da is Russian, isn't it? Hold on. I'm forgetting my German. Not that I studied a bunch. But here is Ja. Here is the layout that I made, right? But let's start from scratch. We are going to clear this. When you first start it, it looks something like this, right? And it has like the preview here or something. Where is it? Right? It's got preview. It's got whatever program, right? And it looks like the other one. It's like a Spanish jade, lol. Yeah, ja. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. Yeah. Thanks, Chris. But obviously, again, here's the problem, right? I don't want to watch from way, like on this tiny ass screen on my TV. So let's configure it, right? But by the way, the way I'm selecting these, I'm right-clicking and dragging, not left-clicking, right-clicking and dragging, because when I let go, it gives me an option here to do whatever, okay? So I'm going to configure this, and I'm going to make it, how many scenes do we have? We have 5 scenes. So let's make it 6 wide, 6 tall, because that makes it even. You can also you could also have this windowed if you want. Oh, sorry. This is now moved over. So you can also have this windowed if you, for some reason, want it that way. But we're going to do full screen, right? Okay. So I'm going to do the opposite of what I did before. I'm going to grab all of these, and I'm going to set this to my screen scene. This could be whatever scene you want to be your main big screen that'll never really change, right? Then these bottom ones. So I'm going to set this bottom one to be my starting soon. I'll set this one to be my just chatting, right? This is where Chris spends most of his time, is just chatting right there. And then we'll do one that says gameplay. We'll do another one that says, which one? Be right back. And then another one that says, that says ending soon. Okay. So you can't click these for some reason. On mine, you can. You can click them, but they don't do anything. So I don't know. It's a little bit glitchy, apparently. Once you take off the studio mode, only the active one shows up. So there's no green one, so you don't know which one's the preview. But see, so now I have this set up. I can show off my monitor. If I don't want this big label here, you can right click it and say show label, turn it off. If you want the guides, right, your safe areas, you could actually show your safe areas if you're so inclined to do that. But what do we do about this right side, right? Well, we can let's grab these 5 and let's set those to a source, right? We can set it to a source instead of a scene, and we can select. So hold on, let me show you what source I'm choosing. In the stream, I made another scene here called Stream Monitor. In here, I have 2 browser sources. One of them called Chat, right, which is a very crude chat. And then I have another one called Alerts, which would point to your stream alerts or whatever. It doesn't matter where you position them as long as you have them the size that you want them. And then over here, let's say right here, for example, this one, we can set this one to source, and there's alerts right there. And you hit OK. There we go. now you have your alerts down there. And over here on the right, you can set this to, you guessed it. Oops, not chat text. Chat. Boom. There you go. Now you have your chat, your alerts, all the scenes that are possible, right? So if I go to that one, if I go to starting soon, you could tell this is starting soon. That's what your audience will see. Obviously, it's not going to change your big screen here because this is the one you're actually working on. You're actually doing stuff here and whatever. And I don't want to show them this yet. Not yet. Right? That's down here on the gameplay screen right here. If I do want to go to that one, I switch over to that one. And now they see it because you can see it's red here, right? If you switch over to OBS, you can see this is what they are seeing. Okay. So same thing. If I want to go to just chatting, now I'm just chatting. This big screen hasn't changed for me, so I know exactly what I'm looking at all the time. Dan the Man, thank you so much for hanging out, man. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And Chris, again, thank you for helping out Dan the Man, the one and only. Also, since now you are subbed, check out there's a new channel you should be able to see in Discord so you can get early access to episodes on all the podcasts. Same for you, Bradley. I don't know if you're in our Discord. I don't even know if I have a Discord command. Yes, I think that's the one. Thanks, Chris. But yeah, so this will be your new command center, right? Which I think is pretty dope. Like, this is kind of crazy that you can do this. Hi, Dan. Bye, Dan. And then, yeah, so 12 dancing men and a bearded woman. Where do I say? Oh, yeah, you did that. I was like, what the heck is that? And then with your keyboard shortcuts, you can change whatever you want your main screen to look at, right? Which, with this example, also changes what's in the gameplay screen, right? It also changes it here. But yeah, then you can go to like be right back, ending stream, and boom, that's it. You're all done, right? I hope this is making sense to you guys. I hope this is something you guys can use. Do you guys have any questions? Because we could change this up and see what else we could do with it. As you guys saw, it's possible to it said something about, by the way, if you want to change this, you have to select all of this again. Bye, Dan. Yeah. Wait, was it this one? Oh, on source. I guess you can put in an audio thing. Hold on, let me check this out. So source display alerts show volume meter. Doesn't do anything. Yeah, it doesn't do anything. But yeah, as long as you're monitoring your sources, right? If you go here, make sure they're like monitor and output. Like, let's say, for example, the mic. Hello. Hello. Can we hear that? Are we hearing it twice there? I don't know if we are. Or for example, there's the game audio. Can we hear the game audio? It didn't echo? Okay. So what is it pushing audio through? Right? It's pushing it through here, which it should or shouldn't. Voice meter is there. So it should be pushing through voice meter. Voice meter is a whole nother tutorial also. Hello, hello. I think I can hear it now. Hello. Oh no, I can hear it over there. Oh, but one thing okay, let's not listen to myself. But one thing I recommended last time, Guardo, is in audio, turn off desktop audio. You don't need to monitor this. You don't need it to be in your, like down here, right here. This adds a whole nother problem, right? You don't want this, especially if you start using things like voice meter. So disable it. Everything, OBS can pretty much do anything now with audio. So if you need to add an audio source, just add it, you know, audio input source, audio output source, or application audio capture, which is kind of like how I did the game. This is an application, you know, game audio thing that I did here. I highly recommend doing things that way, because otherwise it's, you know, your alerts are going to double up and all this other bullshit and stuff like that, especially if you only want to monitor your alerts, but you don't want to monitor the whole desktop, because you're already going to be hearing your desktop, right? So OBS doesn't need to hear your desktop. If you want, there are different ways of doing it, but yeah, so game capture does do something similar, right? If we go over to screens, game capture, right here you could say capture audio, right? So game capture for your audio, and then that way you don't have to do this one, right? Because now it's double, right? So we don't need that. Goodbye. There we go. Now we have this. Make sure it's not on all the other channels that you don't want it on. And there we go. Game capture will also do it. Yeah. If you ever want to get into the voice meter, be aware that it gets pretty gnarly. Chris and I spent a long time messing with voice meter to learn the ins and outs. I would say we're semi-pro with voice meter, and very grateful that we took the time. Like, he and I just like sat down for like an hour or two, and yeah, we just, you know, figured it out. Which in the game audio, T-Dub? Damn, I'm such a noob. That's fine. That's fine. That's why I'm doing this. It's exactly why I'm doing this, right? What the heck? What happened just now? I want us all to be competent streamers, you know what I mean? We're avid, yeah. As German would call us avid. I've been doing this for a long time. I've been doing this since 2014, and I'm always poking around at what's possible. What can I do? How can I improve my stream? And the number one thing that, like, Chris and I's philosophy has always been to enable other streamers, right? When streamers would come into my stream, just a Dirtblick. We wouldn't like back in the day, like Twitch was like, if you came in and mentioned that you also stream, you'd be like fucking banned, right? Like Twitch was just like get out of here with that. You know, like ban this guy. He's advertising his own channel. But Chris and I, on the other hand, along with other people before I met Chris, we were like, let's enable everybody. Like, why are we shunning new faces away from, you know, let's build a community. Let's just fucking enable each other. Like, I don't understand why everyone is so anti, why can't I move that? Anti, you know, progress. Like, we're all struggling together, dude. Like, there we go. We're all just trying to hang out, bro. And, yeah, basically that's my goal of doing this. So this setup, Guardo, you're saying is not your setup. Basically, you're saying you have PC on HDMI 1 and console on HDMI 2. Oh, and through a capture card, right? So through a capture card is where you have your console going through. And technically, Guardo, if you're capturing, right, you're capturing Resident Evil Requiem, you don't need to connect it to the TV anymore because you're connecting it straight to your capture card, right? Obviously, you want it to your TV if you want to just play offline, but you technically don't need that to go to the TV anymore, if that makes sense. Still wondering why I can't click these. It's weird. Yeah. Unless that's the TV. If that's your main TV, obviously keep it plugged into the TV. Right. Right. Unless that's your main TV, like I said. But yeah, I don't know what else. What else you guys got for me today? What else you guys got? Oops. Uh-oh. I'm going to turn that. I'm going to get rid of this one because I accidentally just turned up my mic. That one should be locked. Yeah, don't ever touch the microphone one. Keep that one locked. Accidentally clicked it. So that's kind of dangerous having the thing on there. I have to say I didn't know any of this stuff until I listened to Coda Calls, and it was you guys that gave me the idea to stream. Oh, really? Well, that's awesome. I'm glad, dude. Yeah. Anytime. No. No, I feel like I'm going to do this a bunch of times over and over and over. You know, starting from scratch, you know, like completely get rid of, you know, like delete all this and start, like I can do it again, right? If you guys want from scratch. Is it Scene Collections? Yeah, right? So let's just say, I don't know. What is it called? Dirtblick. Right? I don't mind starting from scratch. Just being real? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, dude. I'm glad. That's what I like to do. I like to inspire, you know, someone to start their streaming career, man. Why not? If you apologize for something silly again, I will time you out. But yeah, right? Scene 1. Oh, wait. Does it the hotkeys stay or no? Ah, okay. So hotkeys are different. Would you guys like me to go over Touch Portal? We could do a little Touch Portal. We'll touch just the tips. Yeah? Because Chris, you don't use Touch Portal. You have a Stream Deck? Shaking my head. Well, if it works for you. Okay. That's nothing sexual, right? I mean, would you leave if it was? Oh, the mini? Okay. It's like, is that 12 buttons? Oh, okay. I think I remember that. All right. Let's go get Touch Portal real quick, right? If you guys want to follow along with me, let me know. You will need the Touch Portal download here. All right, let's go get it. Downloads. We're on Windows. Boom. Download Touch Portal. Man, I need to clean up my wife's PC. Like, I already have too much crap. All right. Touch Portal. Boop. Yes, I know. Yes. You know what? I don't need dual screens right now. We'll just duplicate, so I'm looking at the same screen twice. All right. Touch Portal. Nope, we don't want a desktop shortcut. How dare you? Install. I know a PC that's not being used, you could switch it out with. I know, right? I do too. All right, let's get rid of Minecraft too. We don't need that right now. No, I will not restart my computer. Or should I? No, I don't think I need it. Okay. Important thing to know. You need to know your IP address. Your network IP address, right? All right. I know this one. Let's launch Touch Portal. Because so you need to get the app on your phone or a tablet or whatever you want. Let's just skip this whole intro part. Now I'm going to open up Touch Portal and I'm going to tell this to look for my PC specific IP address. I already know it. So add Touch Portal to your firewall. I think it's already there. Is it not? Okay. This is Touch Portal. The free version gives you 8 buttons, right? What do you want from me? What do you want? Oh man, already another update? Okay, I guess update. I just downloaded it. How's there an update? Restart Touch Portal. So I guess I need to add it. Allow an app through Windows Firewall. Okay. So through your firewall, if you don't know how to do this, you press the change settings button over here, right? Just basically search firewall and go to the one that says allow an app through Windows Firewall, right? Right over there. And you just say allow another app, and looks like it's telling me to go into program files. Where did it say? The Zoom is actually another program that I'm using. This one, right? Okay, Touch Portal. Add it. There we go. We're only on a private network, so yes. Okay. The app I'm using to zoom in, it's called Zoom It. Right there. Oh, if I can get out of here. Ah! Let me out. Just kidding. Okay. I was just trying to show them. Jeez. Yeah, and here you can set what buttons will live zoom. You can actually draw too, so I can, if I can. Oh, right. While the options is open, I can't do it. So I can circle stuff, but the screen isn't live anymore. When I do that, it makes a little screenshot. So there's this zoom that actually just, you can pan around. It takes a screenshot basically, and you can just do that. But if you do the other one that follows the mouse, then it actually is live. But yeah, Zoom It if you're interested. Oh God. I don't want the Discord. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to click you. I'm sorry. My goodness. New pre-made controls available? Sure. Okay. So on the right-hand side, there's some like pre-made stuff for OBS, which is kind of nice. Right now, right? now that I opened up the firewall, this is what I'm seeing because that's what's on this screen right here. You can make it look like, let's say, we'll just make it like iPhone portrait, right? So obviously this is why it looks like that on my phone. Looks like you get a, what's the page size, the max that I can do? Oh, 4x2 grid is the most you can get, right? So basically it's a Stream Deck, but without the Stream Deck. So now it looks like this, right? It updates live. So let's delete these buttons. We'll start from scratch. Okay. So this is our blank canvas. Let me go back to the other scene collection. Right. So we have our scenes here. We have 5 scenes. We have 8 buttons. Perfect for what we're doing. Correct? I don't know what I'm hearing. This music is weird. So let's say, for example, this button, we want it to do starting soon, right? This is the text that's going to show up on the button. So if you just hit save and close, that's the button now. Very simple. Starting soon. Take my 13 bucks. Yeah, forever. Forever. If you want it on 2 devices, like connected to the same PC, it's like an extra $5 or something. I forget what it is, but I did it worth it. I think so. 18 bucks I spent total on this. Let me just make sure. What is it? Touch Portal. Right. So pricing, 13 bucks, and you get a 13 by 13 grid or something crazy. Okay, multiple devices is another $7. So altogether, or sorry, 14 bucks, another 7. So $21. It might have gone up in price. I remember it being $12.99 before. But yeah, you can buy icon packs, or you can make your own. They also even have like pages. Like some people have made things to control your Spotify. Speed test if you want that. Voice meter, Chris. I have this one. The weather. Like you can make it control your house if you want. Right? So if you have a smart home, see right here, smart home. These are all pre-made, but you can make your own if you know what you're doing. I know a little bit about what I'm doing, right? So anyways, here's the starting soon button. I like to make it full screen so that I actually know what the hell I'm doing here. So what do we want this thing to do when we click it, right? Well, in here, this is where we put the actions. Nice. Nice. That's right. We want community. Follow each other. Follow each other into the bathroom. He won't mind. So, what we want it to do right here, right? Streaming, OBS. Here's all the actions in OBS that you can do, right? Well, I don't want to like search, like, I don't want to like which one is which. So it's got a little search feature here. So what we want it to do is change the scene. So just search scene. If you use XSplit or Streamlabs, those options are also there. Oh, you guys, you're so cute. So right here, scene, set the scene. Boom. What? It's not set up yet. Okay, next. Oh, right. We haven't, I haven't started. So sorry, OBS has a thing that you need to do over here. Under tools, the WebSocket server, you need to enable the WebSocket server. Okay. Hit apply. Let's see. Hold on. Let's go to the next one. Let's see if it finds it. Oh, you could not enable authentication, and it'll work. If you want to be more secure, you could put a password. WebSocket server. I don't fully understand it, but it's basically one program talking to another program, right, within your network. So this could be on another computer, and they would still talk to each other through a port, right? Because right here you can see right there. It uses port 455. So if you're like in an unsecure network, definitely enable authentication and make a password, and that'll be the same password for the other one. Yes, this is exactly how Skynet works. So now that I did it, you're all done. OBS is set up, right? That's all you have to do. Now, Touch Portal is talking to OBS. So you just tell it what scene you want to go to, starting soon. Now, a disclaimer. Make sure all your scenes and all your sources are named exactly how you want them. Because if you change it on OBS after you've done your buttons and not all your, because we're doing programming right here, or scripting. After you've done your scripting, it will break your code, right? Because it's looking for a specific name. Touch Portal is not smart enough to know that you changed the name of another of your source or your scene. So make sure, or your filters. This thing can also touch filters, right? So if you have like a blur filter, this thing can actually tell it to enable and disable the blur filter. So make sure everything is named exactly how you want it. All right, so there we go. Set scene to starting soon, right? So let's say we are on just chatting. We're on just chatting, right? Hit a button. Boop. Just like that. And the cool thing is if you're on a cell phone, I don't know about Droid, but I'm guessing it would. It vibrates when you click it. So you know that you actually pressed the button. There we go. It's as easy as that. Touch Portal. Obviously, you want your buttons to not look so bland and boring. So you can put a button image. They have icon packs that are already here, right? So you can go to their streaming thing. You could say, boom, that one right there, right? But now your text is kind of like, right? It's like over it. So you can align the location of the text right here to the bottom. There you go. Now it says starting soon with a little icon. So you kind of know exactly which one you're pressing. And you can enable the background so that you actually have like a button, right? So now it looks like a button. The Terminator theme song ran through your head. Yeah. You could change the color of it, right? So you can make it, I don't know, give it a little theme. You can make it a gradient too, right? So from the top to the bottom to top, a stop. There you go. There's your button. And as soon as you hit apply, it reflects it right there. You could change the background of your entire thing. So if you don't like that gray, oh, really? It needs to be pro? No way. That's funny. Oh, so it sounds like 8 is more than enough. You would think so. You would think so, bro. Once you start customizing things, and you realize the power of what you can do, this is not as bad as it's gotten before. That's very simple what I'm doing right there. I've taken up the whole screen. I've done, and for the podcasts, I have a soundboard, right? So what if you want a soundboard and you want multiple sounds on there? You need more buttons. So the actual purchase of Touch Portal happens, I believe, on your phone. Because right now, yes, that's how I do the sounds. Yes. Because right now it's letting me go further. You see this? So it's actually letting me add more because it registered the purchase that I made on my phone. So since I bought this on my phone, Touch Portal now knows, hey, you do have the pro version, right? So now I can go beyond, which it becomes obnoxious. So we're just gonna do the basics, right? So check this out, right? This button does what you want it to do. And you want to now do for the next scene. Touch portal is kind of annoying where you can't like make a template or anything like that. And it's real finicky when you move things around. If you move a button, let's say, for example, I'm going to copy this button and I'm going to paste it here. If you move this button over another button on accident, sometimes it'll overwrite it. It'll just go bye-bye. So be careful when you're moving things around. Only be in here when you know you're going to make changes, okay? Now, obviously, I don't want two starting soon buttons. I want this one to go to my just chatting. Right? So just chatting. Boom. And it already does what it's going to do. Yes, I did that on one of the episodes. Eduardo, I don't know if you remember. I literally saved like one, or I moved one button over like another one. It was like some Gray Fox sound effect, and it was just like gone. So yeah, so there we go. Now we have two buttons. One takes me to just chatting. Right? Boom, just chatting. Boom, starting soon. Boop, 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 boop. I love it. I love Touch Portal. And then again, we could just do another one, and another one, and another one for all our scenes, right? This one will be for gameplay. Gameplay. This one will be for be right back. And make them say whatever you want, right? Make them say whatever makes sense to you. That's the most important thing. And be consistent with how you name things. That way everything looks better, more unified. Like, you'd be surprised how important it is that you design things with like a unified look. Then that way you it's like with just like a glance, I know what button I want to press over here. Like, I just know, because I'm like, oh, colors and whatever you want it, right? Now, I know what you're asking, but how, if I'm not looking, let's say you're not looking at your screen, you're away from your computer, but you have your phone with you, and you want to change the scene on them for fucks, for shits and giggles. How do you know what scene you're on? You don't. So here's a cool thing you could do. There's a thing called on event. On event, you can, right here it says, so like on scene visibility change, I believe, right? Wait, is this the filter? Oh, that's the filter. Sorry, that's the filter. On scene selected. Okay. So we want two different rules here. So one when it is and one when it is not. Okay. So there we go. When it is starting soon and when it is not starting soon, we can change on the fly the button. So over here, right? I'm using this to look for things. So button, you can change button visuals, right? I'm going to want that. And then I'm also going to want restore button visuals. Okay. So right over here, when it is active, we want the button to change. And when it is not active, we want it to revert back, text, icon, whatever I happen to change. So over here, let's say I want to change the background color, and I want it to be like some form of red, so that way I know when it is that scene, right? And so now, if you look here, you see? Here. Now I'm on starting soon. If I move over to just chatting, starting soon has now turned to green. But if I press starting soon, now I'm on that one. Word up. And then I just do the same thing for these other ones, right? So I can... God damn. So I can copy all of these. So I don't have to redo this over and over and over and over, right? So I can just... It's kind of weird. I have to hold Control, click on the individual actions that I want, right? So I got all 4 of those actions, right click, and I can say copy. Now, I can move into this one, and then I can paste all copied actions. And then here I just change it to just chatting. And you can, if your list is super long here too, by the way, when you click this and you just press the first letter of the scene that you're looking for or the source, there you go. J, just chatting. Boom. Now I've done that one. We're going to do the same here. Gameplay. Boom. Be right back. And then ending soon. I love the song. The song's from Wind Waker, Chris. I can't wait for you to experience Wind Waker, man. There we go. So now, here we are. Gameplay. Just chatting. Be right back. Ending stream. It works. As you can see, we're already using up 5 of our 8 buttons. We're going to need a bigger button. Because we can also do things like, let's use this one down here, right? Oh, also, here's one thing you can do. You can right click and you can copy the style of the button and you can paste it over here, right? Paste the style. And now I have these 2 buttons that look the same. You know, the same styles over here, the same background, not the same icon, but the same look, right? So now I can do something like going live. Okay. So I can say, go live. It does keep the text location, yes. And the size of the font also. It'll keep all of this stuff and the background settings. I think it might keep this also. Like because you can actually make buttons bigger. So here, for example, this button, we can make it too wide, right? So now it's a big button that you can accidentally press. Also, so that I don't accidentally go live. Okay, I don't even have an account on there. Good. So here's our big go live button, right? Well, what do we want it to do? We want it to start, right? Set the streaming state. Boom. I think... Hold on, I'm trying to think of mine now. Set streaming state. Oh, you know what? No, hold on. This one's kind of weird. This one you have to do the button state. So toggle button state, right? Okay. So we're going to have to do all the code on this side. So when the button changes, so like let's say when the button state is on, we are going to, here's where we're going to stream. Right? So when it's on, stream start. When it's off, stream stop. But also, let's, we can paste those actions that we had before, right? So we can change that and that. Hopefully I'm not confusing you guys. This is what the actions that I copied from the other button, right? So I can change the button to look red, and I can change the text to say, You live, bro. Okay. So, oh, and we could also change the icon, right? We can change the icon to from an icon pack. We can make it white because obviously it's going to be red. Okay. This probably won't work because we don't have a Twitch account to stream to. Ah, but it did do it. See, so now it says, you live, bro. Right? Look at that. Go live. You live, bro. That way your own button yells at you when you're like, holy crap, my pants are down. Right? What can we do with this last button here? Well, we could mute ourselves, right? We can mute ourselves. So let's paste the style again. And I can hear myself. Can you make folders that lead to other pages? Yes, Chris. Yes, you can. Absolutely. I don't know how many pages you get from the free version, but yes, you can. But let's say, whoops. Mute, right? So right here, mute source. Boom. You could actually toggle it. Toggle the mute state of what? Of your microphone. And then of course we want a toggle state so we can paste those actions again. But we want this one on source mute state. We want 2 of them. We'll move that down this way. So theoretically you could have on the main page a single folder that contains all the scenes, another that contains sources, etc. Yes, that's how I have it for my stuff. So, Chris, now that you mentioned that, hold on. Okay. Here's my stuff, right? Let me show you my touch portal. Can you guys see this? Yep. I have a main page, right? Here's my OBS stuff, some DaVinci Resolve stuff, some voice meter stuff, some podcast stuff. And in here, it says go to page, right? Go to page, and it goes over to my podcasts. It goes over to this page. And then each one of these individual ones go to another page, right? Here's on my Hey Listen soundboard. It is currently growing. Obviously, the biggest one is codec calls. And this has changed as I've used it, right? But I have a unified look and unified buttons. And that's how I kind of like make sense of it all. But yes, you can, Chris. I just don't know how many you can on the free version. But okay, so when the microphone source is muted, we want it to be red. Or wait, do we? Yes? And when it's unmuted, go back to normal. We could even change the icon here. So let's change the icon to this one right here, right? It's like a little crossed out microphone. And then over here on the icon packs, we make sure this one is the normal one. And we just call it Mike. His name is Mike. There we go. So if we look here, actually I should name it exactly what it says on OBS, just so that I know what exactly it's talking to, right? So Mike, hey Mike, I'm gonna mute you right now. Ready? I'm gonna mute you. Boop. He is muted now. Muted. Unmuted. Right? So that's working. Perfect. Now what I like to do is, if you show me yours, I'll show you mine. Sorry, Mike, you don't get to talk anymore. That's right, Mike. What I like to do is I like to separate things into groups, right? Obviously, we have like we don't have much here. Don't have much space. So let's change this one to like, I don't know, yellow, some kind of orange yellow, right? And the go live button, we'll change that to, I don't know, blue. Right? So that I know what is what. These green ones are my scenes. This yellow one, you can make a bunch of yellow ones for audio. This one is obviously like go live, bro. Here, we'll just call it this. Right? How many times have we had to tell ourselves, just go live, just go live? You sit there looking at OBS like, will anyone even show up? Should I even stream today? I don't even know what I want to play. Fucking just boop. Just click that fucking button. Right? Just go live. Just do it. But yeah, this way you can kind of like organize yourself a little bit better. But yeah, see, look, there I mean, there's only 7 buttons, but we run out of space. Now what? Give those people your money. It's a good investment, honestly, I think. Because now I can't change the what is it? This thing. Wait. No, wait, where am I? Am I on gameplay? Oh yeah, I can't change the screens now, right? I can't change between these ones unless I do the keyboard shortcuts. And keyboard shortcuts are so dangerous, dude. They're so dangerous. Like, I just want to get rid of them right now. Like, fuck these things. You could so easily mess up just because you were trying to type something, right? Because you forgot, like, oh, I put Control S as a keyboard shortcut like an idiot. Right? Let's get rid of these keyboard shortcuts. The Shiloh, yes, yes. You absolutely can. That's how, I don't know if you saw my soundboard. That's how my soundboard is. I have, some of them are GIFs. Like the you knew, right? You saw that? Let me go look at you. I'll show you again. Right, look over here. That's the you knew. And then the you son of a bitch is a GIF right here too. The encounter is actually animated. So yes, you fucking can. Let's do that right now. Just for shits and giggles. You knew? You knew? How you spell his name? Shia LaBeouf. Just do it GIF. Right? Which one do we want? Just do it. Do we want it more square? Do we want it? Well, actually, because it's a wide button, right? Without text, this guy? Ah, shit, I don't know if there's one without text. I mean, this is the best one without text, I think. Don't let your dreams be dreams. There we go. This one's perfect. All right, let's download this one. Oh, God, why do I... What happened? Stop it. Stop. All right, so we can save this. My wife's gonna kill me, but I need to make a folder in her thing. All right, touch portal. Buttons. By the way, if you want to make a quick folder in something, Control-Shift-N, and you can make a new folder right then and there, right? I guess this one should be called images, actually. All right. I think it does do WebPs or whatever the fuck they're called. So here, now we can change it to from file. Oh wait, no, sorry, background. Is it background? No. We have to change the entire icon. So we go to pictures, touch portal, images. Okay, so it doesn't like WE WebPs, whatever they're called. But you can change WebPs on the fly. Just rename it to, I think I could just rename it to GIF. Does it still work? No, maybe it didn't. Hold on. No, I didn't download the right one. Let's see. Oh, up here. There we go. The website tried to block me. Haha! You don't know what you're fucking with. There we go. Now we got the GIF. Okay. So here, now we got the GIF. Yeah. The GIF file you're adding is very big. Yeah, that's fine. Pro version required, I guess, apparently. And then you can just make it the size of the button, and it should theoretically do it. So on here, it looks dumb. It doesn't look right. But over here, there it is. Let me just show you. There we go. Just do it, bro. So obviously, let's change that background color to something else, right? Let's change it to, I don't know, it's kind of like that color, maybe? No, it's a little darker. There, that kind of blends in. I mean, you could just take off the background color altogether. And now it's just a straight up square image down there, right? But I'm a sucker for round buttons, though. Like, I'm a real sucker for round buttons. I don't like that it's not the exact same green. I wish I could sample that. I wish I could sample that, but I can't. But that one's close enough. That one's close enough. I lose hours doing this, guys. I lose hours doing this. But yeah, so once I click it, then it says you live, bro. Click it back. It says just do it. I don't know if you noticed also, it resizes the text size depending on the button size. So sometimes I just pick a specific size and I leave it at that, right? So 12 seems to be like a very good size, right? So it's not like intrusive. It doesn't like overlap the thing. I know I could sample it in Paint. How dare you? How dare you, Chris? And get the hexadecimal value. Okay, Chris. You've convinced me. You've convinced me. All right, let's look at this in Paint. Let's open it. Touch portal, images. I hate you, Chris. Okay, so what is this color? How do I customize it? There it is. There's the hex value. Thank you, Chris. Custom color, web RGB. There we go. Save. Custom color, web. Dude, it blends in perfectly. That's perfect. Good job, Chris. Awesome. If you guys want to know how to do that, there you go. You have Paint. Paint will absolutely do it for you. I didn't even think about using Paint. Now it matches perfectly. I love this. I love this just do it thing. I kind of wish mine was that. But I'm too anal. Like all my stuff. I know people make fun of paint, right? And this is a brand new Windows install because Jesse's SSD died. So basically, it's all from scratch again. Okay, what else do you guys think you can do with Touch Portal? We're going to start adding buttons because I assume you guys have already given these guys your money. Right? Let's add another row, shall we? We'll bring this down. Actually, technically, we can make this, we can make it 3 wide now. So now we got all our stuff up there. We got a microphone there. I mean, we can copy this button, paste it, and this can now be game capture, right? And we can just call this, yeah, just keep it the same, game capture. I think you could even do like that, right? So do new lines. We have to change, remember you have to change all this stuff. So game capture, right? Game capture. The icon should definitely be different. We definitely want it to be this, right? Because it's audio, it's not a microphone. And there we go. Boom. Right? So that's something we could do right there. So if we were on, let's bring back Minecraft. Everybody loves Minecraft. Apparently we need it to be in full screen, even though we don't. But yeah. Oh, right. I almost did the keyboard shortcut. No. So now we're on gameplay. There's gameplay. The screen is... see, we need something to be able to change this now. Because I got rid of those keyboard shortcuts. And this is Minecraft. Yes? No? Okay, there we go. Okay. So now same thing. Game capture. Boom. Now it's muted. As you saw right down here. Boop. Muted. Unmuted. And since we just copied the microphone one, it still remembers the whole stuff, right? We could also do camera control, right? So sometimes you just want to turn your camera off. Let's paste another one here. And we're gonna change this all up. So let's call this webcam. We're gonna change it to the camera icon. So we're gonna delete all actions here. We're gonna save these ones. That's okay. I'll change those later. So now we want to toggle a source, right? So set source visibility. We can toggle it here, and somewhere over here is our webcam, yes? Is it not? Am I tripping? What is it called? Yeah, webcam. It's right there. Oh, we got to pick what scene it's in. This is kind of weird. I wish... I mean, I'm glad it doesn't grab, like, from every single scene, but it's got to be specific to a scene, right? So it's in the gameplay scene, and it is the webcam. Okay? And then so over here, remember, the blue ones are the actions. The green ones are, like, the if, or like, events. Right? So on source visibility change, we want 2 of those. Let's move this down to these 2. We'll get rid of these. We don't need those. Those are for the microphone. And when the OBS source webcam is hidden, right, we will have it be red. And when it is visible, it'll revert back to the other one. We'll change the icon to a crossed out camera. And we'll save it. So now, right, there's the camera, no camera. Camera, no camera. Camera, no camera. Since we're on the subject of showing sources, One thing I really like to do in the... Oh, it's so weird that I have it over there. I'm going to move it over here. I don't know if this is how you guys have it, but this is how I have it. Also, you can make these docks full height, right? So this could now be... So either the bottom row is full width or the docks are full height. Same thing if you had something over here like your chat. So webcam. There is a transition thing that you can do. So there is, where is it? Show transition and hide transition. So you could do a slide, right? So you could slide to the right when you show it. And then when you hide it, you can also have it slide to the left. So now, instead of just appearing and reappearing, it slides. I mean, you could have it slide down if you want, right? You go to properties, slide down to disappear. So now slides down, reappears from the left, down, boom. Just to give your stream a little bit more life, right? And it could be something completely different. It could be, yes, more fluid. Luma wipes fade the color. A stinger, if you know what a stinger is, but obviously you need to like find what kind of stinger, like video file and everything. Swipe. Isn't that the same thing? Let's see. Oh, I see. You see that? So yeah, that's more, we probably want that to go to the right. So it's like it's being cropped in, right? Look at that. Whoop. That's kind of cool. What other things are there? Fades, very normals. Fade the color is a weird one. You wouldn't really want that on something like that. You see that? Because it just goes black. You wouldn't want that. That's really weird. But I guess here now you could do the swipe down? Swipe in. Oh, I see. So it's the opposite. So now it'll just be like, oh wait, no. It didn't do it. Which one do I have right now? Show is swipe. That's also swipe. Oh, maybe that is what we want. Ah, yes. There we go. So that's what that other one does. Okay. There we go. Right? One thing I like doing, you don't have to do this, but you can have one button do two things at once, right? So if you want this to also mute your mic when you turn off your camera, right? You could do that in these right here. So you can set the mute source state inside these, right? So I can unmute here. So mic, and it'll do two things at once. So now when I hit that, it mutes the mic and then it'll slide the camera, unmute and show the camera. So those are two things you could do. Might be useful if you don't want to just mute the mic, but still have the camera showing, or both. And as you can see, it changes both of them because it's reading the code saying like, oh, the microphone is muted, so make sure that one's muted. So you could do one button could do multiple things because these are little scripts that you're writing here, right? Without typing them out. But we will we'll get rid of those ones. Delete, not all. Delete. Oh yeah, all selected. There we go. But see, it's starting to be a little more like it now that you have the colors, the color scheme, at a glance, you can see what is what and whatnot. So one thing I also like to do, I don't like to do the maximize button thing. I like to group them. That's just me, personal preference. Because before, if you can see right here, maximize button takes over the entire screen, right? So the entire screen right here. If I don't maximize, then there's gaps in between the buttons. And if I group them, it brings them all kind of down. For me, this makes it look more like a cohesive app. In my mind. That's how it looks like to me. So you can totally change that there. Now let's make buttons for our different screens, right? Display capture, game capture, capture card, and window capture. Can anybody tell me what I need to do? Can I use another button that's on here? Do I have to start from scratch? What could I do? I'm pop quizzing you guys. I love the just do it button. You guys have good ideas. Yeah, absolutely. Which one? Which one should we do? Right? We want to copy a button that has the most similar code that's already inside it, right? So that we don't have to make that many changes. So which button has like the best similar code inside? What does this button do? Oh, that's cool. The GIF button? Not really, because the GIF button is really just for the going live thing, right? Because this first button is just changing the state of the button. It would actually be one of these, right? Because inside of these, well, I guess actually either one, because this is the code that we're actually kind of using. So we actually don't want to copy this one because it is 3 wide, but it does have similar code. But yeah, let's copy one of these. We'll paste that in there. And obviously we're not changing the scene, so let's delete all the actions. We're actually changing a source, right? We're setting a source visibility. This one's going to be a little more complicated because we're going to turn off other sources while we're making this one visible, right? So it's going to be in the screen scene, and it's going to be, we'll do it alphabetically, right? I like doing things alphabetically. Come to think of it, over here, capture card should be first. Capture card, display capture, game capture, window capture. That's just the way my brain works. I felt nervous classroom flashback for a second. We're all learners here, man. We're all learners here. So now we want source visibility changes, right? So we will still use, like, these are super useful. I wish I could save these as templates. You can actually kind of make templates, but I haven't really messed with that too much, so we'll play with that another day. Okay, so capture card, right? We want to make sure that's visible, right? Capture card. Let's change the icon of that. What's a good one for capture card? I mean, none of these are really jiving with me. We can look at different ones. I wasn't expecting a test. Nobody told me. What's it going for capture card? We can go into gaming and then just find like a controller one. And like we said, we can make this look like anything, right? Is there like a good solid controller one that I'm not seeing? Look, they have a Yoshi egg. Because I don't like these outline controllers. Fuck it. Let's use that one. Yeah, the Nintendo controller? Yeah. There you go. That's literally the one I picked. Okay. Oh, and we want a different color scheme, right? So let's do purple. Okay. There we go. So now when this one, oh, sorry, hold on. One thing we want to do not only is when this one is visible, is we want to hide the other ones, right? So now we want to set the source visibility of the other ones to hide. So we want to hide gameplay. Oh, no, sorry. What scene is it for? Screens. We want to hide the game capture. We can duplicate this one right here, right? Duplicate. We want to hide alphabetical order. Hold on. Display capture and window capture. So when this one becomes visible, the other ones become invisible. Does it work? What scene are we on? Boom, do you see that? So there we go. Let's say all of these are visible, right? We click this button. It made all of them invisible. One click of a button. And now we can copy this button, paste. This one will be what? Display capture. Let's get a new... Let's get like a monitor looking one, right? So that we know it's like, oh, this is like my full display. Boom. That whole thing right there. And in here, the only one we need to change now is the one that says display capture. Change that to capture card. So now, display capture. Uh-oh. Oh, hold on. We forgot to change that one. Most important. Most important. There we go. The problem here is... Okay. The problem here is my red one. Hold on. Something... We might have to move these to over here. So you kind of have to like play around with some things. Oh, no. Oh, we don't want to toggle it. We don't want to toggle it. Hold on. Right. That's the problem, was we're toggling it. We want to show this one always and hide the other ones. Yes, trial and error. So this one, these will always show. All right, let's try again. Nope. Still not working. The display capture one works, but not the capture card one. So I think we do have to do that. And we'll get rid of these. And then same thing with this. But this will be capture card. Okay. Does it work? It's working, but I think I forgot to change something. On events, capture card. I think I forgot to change this one here. Ah, yes. See how it still says capture card? That needs to change to display. Okay. So now I'm on display, right? Oh, wait. Hold on. Capture card? Ah, yes, yes, yes. So the red might be confusing. Maybe what we should do, right? There's going to be like too many red things. So how about when it's hidden, we make it look like it's turned off, right? I like using grays also. So now I know for sure what's turned off, right? Let me show you. So now I know for sure game capture card is turned off and display capture is good. And now display capture is grayed out and capture card is purple. So that's a way we could do that. And now we can copy this for sure. Paste that. And then now this one's going to be game capture. And we're going to hide display capture. And we got to make sure this one, let's rename it so that we know exactly which one this is. So game capture, right? Game capture. Let's change the icon so it's easy to identify. And game capture is kind of more like a window. That's the thing is, what can we use? What can we use? I don't know. We could use this laptop one. Fuck it. Right there, right? Boom. There we go. Game capture. Make sure our code is all correct, right? Show, hide. And there we go. And then paste another one. By the way, if you make a mistake, like you cop or you paste over another one, there's no undo. There's no damn undo button. I don't know why there's not. This program is kind of janky sometimes. Which one were you going to say? Yeah, I've made boo-boos for sure. I know. Control Z is not a thing in this, unfortunately. Laptop? Oh, okay. All right, window capture. Window capture. Window capture. What looks like a window? Is there like a literal window somewhere? I mean, this kind of looks like a window, right? No, that's a calendar. It's a window. That's a PS4 right there. That's funny. Maybe that one should be for capture card. So many icons and I cannot pick one. Maybe this one should be that. And then game capture should be... maybe this one should be the controller? The NES controller? Wherever that is. And then this one will be the PS4 looking one. Because it's literally a console. Look at that. I don't know. How's that? So it's definitely looking crowded in here. Right? We've already added 5 other buttons. But yeah, at a glance, you can see what it looks like. Looks good, right? I can switch over to... We got to look over here on the left because we don't have too many things that we're actually capturing. But yeah, display capture, game capture, window capture, capture card, game capture. I know, right? Now 8 doesn't seem like much. Because you start getting new ideas as you're making things. You're like, oh, damn, 8 buttons isn't enough. And that's the problem with Stream Decks is you're like, oh, yeah, well, I'm not going to need more than 15 buttons. And then you use up those 15 buttons and you're like, oh, shit. And granted, Stream Deck does have like mode buttons, right? So you can like have pages, which is nice. And I would like a physical tactile feeling, but nothing beats free, man. I mean, well, nothing beats $14, technically. But yeah, see, I already have like, full all caps buttons and non all caps buttons, and that's bugging me. Now I have to go fix it. Right? These ones are in all caps. Don't like it. Be consistent. I mean, this one has to be, that's how it is. Game capture. There you go. And I mean, that button at the bottom doesn't have to be 3 wide, right? What else can we do down there besides look at Shia LaBeouf? Look at him. Just do it! What else can we do with that guy? I'm trying to think of what else we could do. Because this is just a simple, like, this is bare bones, right? 5 scenes. Obviously, one scene that has some sources inside, some audio sources. Very, very basic. Trying to think of what else we could do. Can we give him a role? It looks like he hasn't done a movie in a long time. Right? Why do I look so dark, you guys? I look freaking dark. What's happening? Oh, this is the wrong webcam. I'm on the wrong screen. I don't know what is going on with your mind is blown? Good. Maybe I have to do a color correction on here. I'll do a color correction. Is it the gamma? No, not the gamma. Brightness? No, not the bright. Definitely not the brightness. Contrast? Contrast kind of is working. Oh, not that. Contrast plus gamma. Well, seems like the contrast seems to be working. Okay. That's just basic stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, but hopefully useful stuff for you guys, right? And then now we can use Church Break or whatever the heck it's called. Wait, what? Sounds easy, but if you don't know something exists or where it is, no way you'll learn. Exactly. Oh, you were there, Noise? Welcome back. What? Oh, because I like my color correction? Yeah. What was I gonna say? Yeah, so now that we're on this screen, right? So the goal of having a stream deck or something like this is so that you don't have to touch OBS with your keyboard ever again, right? So now that we're in our Dirtblick, now we can just press buttons and switch the thing that we want to look at. Go to ending soon, go to starting soon, just chatting. And it coincides, right? This is red, so it's red also over there. Good, man. I love that you, yeah, so gameplay, be right back, ending soon. Webcam is gone, right? You can see it over here in the gameplay. It's very tiny, very, very tiny. It's a net and it's tiny. See, so right there, webcam goes away, webcam comes back, muting the mic, unmuting the mic, game capture, muting the game capture or not. So yeah, we can do a lot with a little, right? Like I said, this chat is very crude, but who cares? It's just chat. You're the only one seeing it. It'd be great if you could interact with it, right? Because it's just a widget. It's just like a browser source. You can't interact with it. It'd be awesome if you could, because then you could just like click and then just type. But yeah, I can't think of anything else. Like, what else would we need here? Right. Well, what else would we need here without touching OBS? We already got our go live button. I don't know. Oh, did I tell you guys we have alerts like new following subs or maybe view count? Is that possible? As long as you make a widget for it, yeah, absolutely. So if like from stream what's it called? Stream Elements or whatever, you can totally do that. Whatever browser widget you have, you can stick it on there, pretty much. What is this? Oh, there's nothing there. That's what I was like, what the hell is that? Sorry, I was looking at my own setup and I'm like, what the hell am I looking at? This is something cool I've added to the channel. Nothing to do with today's lesson, but let me find something. Oh man, that's way too big. Can it be smaller? Why are they so big? Okay, well, this is going to be huge, but it works. This chat widget is from Nutty. If you also want to learn other things from OBS and crazy stuff, I've learned a lot from Nutty. He made this widget. He's made like the horizontal chat widget, right? That you see here, right here at the bottom. So look at this big ass link. It's huge. He made that. Yeah, he's done a bunch of other stuff too. Like the ad widget that tells you like when an ad is coming. That's also from Nutty. He has like if you want, we can look at it. The thing is, those widgets only work if you have what's it called? let me. If you have streamer bot. Hold on, let me. Oops, that's not what I wanted. So yeah, if you go to nutty.gg, is it just nutty.gg? Right? Let me just make sure. Yeah, so here's some stream widgets, right? So nutty.gg. I'll link it. They're pretty dope. But you need StreamerBot, which is a whole nother tutorial on its own. Like StreamerBot is insane. Super powerful. That's how I have my channel reward sound effects. Here's a little preview of it, right? Can you guys see this? I can't really see what you're seeing. But yeah, here's my actions, right? Here's my sound effects. Here's my TV remote thing, right? So when you guys type in channel 2, channel 3, channel 4, channel 5, it triggers an action, right, in OBS to change to different media sources. But here's all the sound effects right now. It's going to get more complicated because I know me. I can see you two are right here. So I can see you guys when I'm not even online. I can see when you're in my chat. But StreamerBot, insane. And it is required for these widgets, right? So this is the multi-chat overlay. That's what I'm using. So if I was streaming on YouTube, which supposedly I am. Am I live on YouTube? I don't think I've set it up. No, I'm not live on YouTube. I'll set that up at some point. But yeah, so these are the alerts. So the new alerts you've been seeing at the bottom when Chris has been like gifting subs. Thank you again. Salute to you. Horizontal chat, multi-chat. You can get a Spotify widget, YouTube music widget. I don't know if these ones require the streamer bot. Probably yes. He's got a lot of stuff. He's got some paid stuff too. Support him, you know, like he's insane. His YouTube channel, like he just has so much to say. There's the Twitch ad countdown widget. Which widget were we talking about though? Oh, yeah. So this multi-chat widget that he made, that it accepts GIFs. Yeah. So that we're not talking alone. That's useful. Yeah. I wonder if there's, yeah, here we go. Simple Twitch metrics, right? So here's the thing you were talking about. So you could see your follows. No, these are your follows, your subs, how many people are watching you, how long you've been up, the date, sub goals. What is this? Discord stream logger. Have you ever thought, wow, I sure would like to have my entire Twitch, YouTube chat logged on Discord? That's awesome. That is pretty dope. Last OBS stream. Look at it. This is the one Chris has. Keep, delete, playback. That's great. So he's got widgets for the stream deck also. Oh yeah, the multi-track video. Oh man. What the heck? Ocarina of Time widget? This widget will allow your viewers to will allow your players to play a very mysterious wind instrument on stream. Definitely not inspired by a particular. What? That's awesome. That's pretty crazy. He's got a bunch of stuff on here. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? It's lotion time. Like it just like, I kind of want this widget right here. But see, here's the thing though. Here's some real advice. Okay. These metrics, they don't mean shit. They don't mean anything. If you're constantly focused on this, you're going to drive yourself nuts, right? My buddy June and his girl Clover, like, I love him to death. I wish he would still stream, but the numbers really fucked with him. And he was just like, why am I even streaming? I'm streaming to like nobody, you know? And it's just like, but you're not. Your friends show up, you know? And sure, wouldn't it be nice if there was like 100 people watching me right now? But also, no, because the chat would go by so fucking fast that I wouldn't be able to respond to anybody. You know what I mean? So it's nice being kind of like, you know, low views. It would be great to grow and all that stuff, but I don't know. I would lose that personal camaraderie that I have with you guys. You know, that you guys discovering me and Chris and German on the podcast. So it would be nice to grow, but not too much. You know, enough to where I could read chat. I think that's as big as I would like to grow. Like that's about it. Anything higher than that, fuck that. Yeah, what else does he have? Check out this cringe. This guy's hilarious. Oh yeah, you can combine chats now in Twitch. Like what else would be useful? This would be useful if you're streaming to multiple places. Although you're streaming to multiple places, here you can change the title to all of the things at once. You know what I mean? Because technically OBS says I am streaming to YouTube, but I see no evidence of that. Oh, you know what? It probably would be useful if wait, no. Is it here? Some extra step I didn't do. Yeah. But yeah, what else can we do with buttons? I don't even know which one I'm on. What am I on? I'm on that one. But I don't want to look at that. I want to look at display capture? No? What do I want to look at? It is display capture. Why is display capture not working now? Screens. Display capture. Device not available. Oh, okay, weird. Whoa! 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 By the way, you can hide OBS right there on the settings, right? So now it doesn't capture that. And you can also hide this in the configuration, hide this from display capture. Boom, there we go. I just want to play games like the good old days where your friends would come hang out just to play games. This kind of feels like that. Nice. Yeah. Because I do miss sitting on a couch, you know, watching one of our friends play a game, right? Like the first time I saw Zelda get beaten was not me. I didn't beat Zelda 2. But I saw a friend beat it on the Wii Virtual Console. So there was like some Bluetooth lag, right? And he fucking demolished Zelda 2. And I was like, what the fuck just happened? Like it just ruined my life. I was like, how did you do this? You know what I mean? I really want to figure out what to do with this last, because this one we could make this too wide, right? It still works. We can make that one too live. What can we do with this corner right here? I want to do something with this corner. We can record, right? We can start and stop record. So basically copy this button. Hold on, I'm afraid that if I paste it here, see? I just deleted the other one because it freaking overrid it. But if I paste it here, okay, if I paste it there we go. So see, you got to be careful. Also, See how this is like too wide? It won't move it over, so you have to move the little one, and then it'll move the other one over. Obviously, we don't want a GIF. Remove icon. Streaming. So this one could be that one, right? Or no, you know what? I do like this one. Toggle button state will be the same, but this time we are changing not the streaming action. We'll be changing the recording state. Boop, boop. Start recording and stop recording. Wait. I guess just record, right? And then we can change it to say recording. Boom. So now, where is this saving, by the way, before I start recording craziness? Okay, into videos. So now, we have a recording button. Oh, lock your screen, by the way, because it will rotate on you. Yeah, you just have to, oops. Just have to lock the rotation on my phone. Just hit record. Boom. There we go. Now it's recording. Boom. Stop recording. Easy as that. Now let's go delete that file before it eats up my wife's space. And there it is right there. What did we record? There it is. Boom. Recorded it. An important thing about recording, by the way, it's here in the settings and then output. On the recording, I always open up advanced, by the way. On the recording, make sure you're selecting the tracks you actually want to record, right? I usually take off the other ones and only do track 1 if I'm doing just like gameplay. If I am doing, let's say, for example, I want to record the gameplay and my microphone separately, I will actually turn on these 2 and 3, right? And then, let's see. I don't know. I don't even know which one I'm looking at. All right, so we have gameplay here, right? So we have game capture and the mic. So you can click this and go advanced audio properties, or the gear right here takes you to the same screen. That's what these check marks mean, okay? So your microphone, put it on 3, and the game capture, put it on 4, okay? Now, when you record, right? When you record, it's going to record track 1, which will have both of them, your voice and the game at the same time. And then it's going to have track 3 and 4, and it's all embedded in the same video file. So when you take it over to like DaVinci Resolve or Adobe Premiere or Final Cut Pro, whatever you use, when you drop it into the timeline, right? After you import it, when you drop it into the timeline, you will see more tracks. You'll see all the other tracks. So first track will be both of you combined, and then the other 2 tracks will be them separate so that you can control the audio, right? I hope that makes sense. I will be right back. Enjoy the commercials. Those commercials, dude. They crack me up. Yes. So on the subject of audio, but yes, you'll be able to mix it however the hell you want. I don't think you were here when I was talking about this, but audio ducking, right? Do you know that concept, what that means? Let me turn on this other mic. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. It can hear me over there. Okay, so audio ducking, because what I was telling D-Dub, oh God, I don't want to hear myself over there. Let me turn off the monitoring. Can I not? Hello, 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 hello. There we go. Okay. So audio ducking is the concept of ducking. When some audio comes up, it forces another thing to go down, right? So normally in video production, right, like how we were talking about how you can have both the gameplay and the microphone audio separately, so you can, like, hey, when you're talking, you lower down the game audio and whatnot. What if you could do that automatically on stream? You can. That was that one video that I put up on Pixel Benders, but I don't know if I explained it correctly, and there was no way for you guys to interact with me. So it's already done here, right? It's using oh no, it's not actually, because I deleted the other source. So perfect. I mean, so basically, so like right here, right, we have the game audio. Looks like it's not super loud or whatever. But what you want to do is you want to apply what's called a compressor. You go to filters. This doesn't require a plugin or anything. And you add an audio filter, and it's called compressor, right? And usually I say, like, duck the mic, right? Boom. The threshold, this is how low you're going to make your volume, right? So I usually pick something like 32. It might need to be more. But then you have to tell it how quickly do you want it to, fall down to 32 decibels. Usually I do a good 50 milliseconds. And then the release is how quickly it comes back up after you stop talking. So I give it a good half second, right? 500 milliseconds. And then you tell it what is the source that you're going to tell it to duck to, right? So the microphone. And you can actually already kind of see it down here. Oh, I don't know why that's not showing up. Is it because... Oh, because I'm doing this. Okay. So now you can see... You see these little black bars? That's like the live threshold. And when my voice goes up and this little black bar goes past these black bars, it starts pulling the audio down of the game. So if you have that while you're recording, it actually will duck these while you're recording. So you may not have to do all that. But if you don't want it to duck it during your recording, definitely disable the audio ducking, right? And then down here, as you can see, I'm talking, and it's not pulling it way down, right? As soon as I turn it back on, la, 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 la. There you go. I think one of the most important things, if not the most important thing about your stream. Camera, whatever. Gameplay, yeah, obviously gameplay. Chat doesn't need to be there. Alerts don't need to be there. But your audio needs to be fucking perfect. Because otherwise people will just click away. You know, you're too loud. Most people don't care that you can't hear the gameplay audio. But most people definitely give a shit about being able to hear you over your game audio. I have two microphones next to me. Sound is definitely first priority, in my opinion. You know, I definitely click off of people that I can't fucking hear. Or that the game audio doesn't, like I can hear it, right? Like the audio doesn't go down when someone's talking. And it's a bummer because I want to hear this person. I want to interact with this person. That's why I'm there. I can watch fucking gameplay on YouTube, right? I want to hear the person. So make sure you're using compressors, right? I'll just rename this to what it is. Because that's really what it is. It's a compressor. It compresses audio depending on what it's interacting with. And obviously it depends on how loud your game is to begin with. So always kind of have your audio at like a standard, you know what I mean? Like I like my microphone at like -4. I don't like it to be super high up. Right now the game audio is like, you know, super high up because it's like quiet, whatever. But like game audio, I don't know, 9, -9, -12, something like that. Play around with it. But once you set it, just leave it and make sure the audio coming from the game itself is now at the same level as all the other ones, so you don't have to keep fucking with OBS. The goal is to not fuck with OBS as much as possible, right? I don't like touching OBS. I hate it. I mean, it's awesome. But in the middle of a stream, I hate it. Yeah, there you go. Lock this motherfucker right here. You can lock it. Boop. Now you can't move it. It's locked. It's locked, I say. If you wanted it over here, right? I showed T-Dub this earlier. You could actually set this widget to be audio mixer with 2 channels, right? Left and right. There we go. If it's locked, can I move it? Oh, I can still move it. Uh-oh. Yeah, you could totally move it. That's no good. We don't want that. I wonder if there is a way to like 100% lock it down. Let me see. Set widget. Audio mixer. Yeah, there's no... If I just hit lock, can I still move it? No, I can still move it. Damn you, widget. You're not perfect. How dare you? I wish it was just a monitor and not... I mean, it's nice that you can fuck with it right there. It's kind of cool. Unlock it. What was this? This was like alerts. Yeah, alerts. Another... Here's something you shouldn't do, because then you start fucking with things, okay? As we're talking about audio. Let's make this one wide, right? Oh, look, there's the other one. Okay, let's make this one just one wide. Still looks all right. This should be, hold on. Can I duplicate this? Yeah, duplicate page. We'll call this OBS scenes, right? Okay, there's OBS scenes. Duplicating the entire page. Takes forever, I guess. Okay. And then here we're going to call this, well, we're not going to call it something. We're actually going to make a home button and we're going to tell this thing to go to a certain page. Okay. So go to page, main. That's all this button's going to do. Boom. Main page. Okay. The main page, we're going to, you have to control click these and delete. Okay. So we've deleted our main page, but now we have this on a separate page. Main page right here. This could be only fucking, we'll put it back to what it was, right? 2x4. This one, we can make it go to another page, which will be our OBS scenes, right? OBS scenes. There we go. Let's give it a background color. OBS gives me a teal look. I think that's why I always pick that. All right, there's OBS scenes. Now, this one, hold on. We need to make another page. So add a page, and we will call it OBS audio. Okay, so 2 pages in the free one. That's as many as you get. All right. So that's OBS audio. All right, OBS audio. OBS audio. Boom. There we go. We only got 2 buttons. Boop, 2 buttons. What are we going to do? We're going to do audio. All right. Audio. I like it black. Like I like my coffee, am I right? Okay, so now, this is something you guys should not be fucking with, but for funsies, I think I can do it here. Hold on. Where is it? It's another media function. Hold on. Visuals, audio, streaming, set volume. Is it set volume? Hold on. Okay. Oh, we have to change it here somewhere? Hold on. Hold on, I'm trying to remember. I haven't used this in a while. Oh, it's over here. Top left. Slider. I don't know if you guys know where I'm going with this. Can I remove these? Like, I don't want these other ones. Set source. Control OBS volume source. Yeah. This is exactly what you think it is. Set the round corner. Oh god, that's no. Rectangle? Then not rounded corner? Look at that. What do you think that is? Something we shouldn't be fucking with. Especially me, because I want things to be exact, right? So, this volume slider, look at it go. I'm changing the volume, and I shouldn't be. Don't fuck with this. Just kidding, do whatever you want. But look at me, I'm like, okay, I just want it back to neg 4. There we go. Woo, neg 4. Yep, so you can do that. Cool, huh? How crazy is that? Wait, why is it so tall, though? How many? What's going on here? Oh, that's why, because I don't have them grouped. I was like, what the freak is happening? What is the size of this page? 3 by 4? Is it because it's grouped? And then check this out. So we can copy this button. This is redundant, right? But you can put it over here. So now you have a quick mute button. But you can also control it here, right? Let's look at it. So we can control it right there, all the way to the bottom, to my perfect neg 4. Neg 4. Mute it. You have a quick way to control your audio there. It probably makes sense to have it on a different screen, just so that you don't what's it called? Accidentally hit it while you're doing other things. This one now can be game capture, right? You're in full fucking control, bro. Do we have 3 audio sources? No, right? We only have 2. Yeah, we only have 2 here. So we're doing this one. Goodbye. There, 2 by 4. If you use the 2 by 4 for anything, there you go. That's it. Game capture. Copy that button. Go to audio. Paste that button. Boom. Boom. And you can customize the way they look. Not super a lot. I kind of wish there was more, right? Like, I guess green is a good color for that. I don't even know what like fucking color to make it. Like, what does it look like in OBS? It's just gray. Like, I wish it would change color depending on the volume, right? Like the background color. It looks wonky as fuck. If I do rounded corners. I know I can make this like thinner. No, that's not what I want. Side margins. Oh yeah, I kind of like them skinny, right? It looks like a sword. Oh no, it doesn't look good on the black. Something like that. Something like that. And you can change the shapes, right? It could be a circle. I think circle looks good for this here. And we can copy the style and we can paste the style. Boop. There we go. And now we have, now we have control over both of them. I mean, this looks wonky as shit on here. It doesn't look as cool as it does over there for some reason. Is it because... Hold on. Why is it because? Because the buttons are grouped? No? Is it because it's maximized? I don't know. Something's weird. Who knows? It like goes over the stuff up there for some reason. So I wonder if like if I do 5 and I bring all this shit down. Oh, and by the way, grab buttons like these long ones. Oh, I guess. Oh, before it used to matter that you grab them from over here, but I guess not. This looks weird. I don't like this. I don't know. But yeah, this side margins thing, that's what changes. It looks super skinny now. I don't know. I can't get the right look down. I guess some rounded corners. You could put your own image on there, I guess, too. Let's make it chunky. Maybe we need it to look chunky. Chunky boy. I just don't like that this thing is huge. It's like super thick rectangle thing. And if you do a circle, it's humongous. But I guess you can't mess it up that way, right? Oh, okay, that kind of also does something. Like your face screaming? Yeah. Let's look for a face. Let's look for a screaming face. Let's see. PNG. What's a good one? You guys pick. My profile pic? Oh shit. That's not on here. Let's see. Let's see. Can I just steal it from myself? That'd be fun if I can. Hey, look, I'm live. No, just go to right here. Give me this face. Save image as. It works. It works. Oh, it doesn't show up here. Why not? Why doesn't it show up? Aw, bummer. What? Ah, bummer. It doesn't work. Oh, we can make them horizontal? Wait. What the hell? No, it doesn't work. That sucks. Because it's too big? I don't even know, dude. Why doesn't it show up? I'm sad. I'm saddened by this now. You guys give me hope. How dare you? It says it's there, and it's right there, so what's the problem? I mean, I kind of like it with nothing. Like, nothing is very simple. I really like that. And, yeah, maybe give it some space at the bottom, because it's, like, too close. Yeah, I kind of like this. Simple for me. I like it. I don't even like these having backgrounds. Right? And I can change this and get rid of that. Like make it very, very simplified. And this doesn't affect the other buttons here, which is nice, right? There we go. Simplistic, right? Mute. Yeah. It's not a bad choice. Yeah, gotta get it back up to that neg 4. I think you could put the actual like value on the text. Oh, but that's just like the name of it, right? So mic / auxiliary. So yeah, so you could put that there. In case you like absolutely are like, wait, what am I doing? But I know there's a way to No. Like to put the value. What is this? Inlay value area? No. I don't remember what that is. Nope. But yeah, there's another thing you could do. You can control your audio without having to touch it, and you have a visual representation of it here. I really wish there was some numbers or something on there. I mean, technically you could like make a background, because you can change the background of the page, right? You can put like an image if you want of whatever you want, and I guess that could be it. But I don't know. It'll change depending on the orientation. It won't look right. This one doesn't allow for background images. Oh wait, it does. Wait, icon. Begin. What? Icon settings. Oh, okay. Okay. I think I could add an icon right there. Okay, that's kind of cool. If you wanted to do that. Oh, you could put it in the center or at the top. Okay. I read you. Yeah. There you go. We did stuff today. Fuck, I've been talking for like 3.5 hours. Woo! Oh! Let's stretch. Let's stretch. I thought I was gonna have nothing to talk about because I was like, hey, that thing that I worked on all day yesterday, it fucking this plugin solves it right away. Fucking solved it super fast. But it was a learning experience. I liked it. A masterclass. I bow. Thank you. No, absolutely. Do you guys have any other questions? I hope it really is helpful. I want to see your guys' ideas. Because there's only so much that I can think about. Obviously this is limited. You could have a giant page of stuff. If you get stuck on something, take a screenshot of it, throw it on the Discord. Let me know, like, hey, why the fuck isn't this working? Because you're gonna run into that a lot, bro. Like it's things don't work the way you think they're supposed to work. So you kind of have to like, okay, what does the program want me to do for it to work? Because I've definitely like tried the brute force stuff where I'm like, dude, no, just work this way. This is the way you should work. And it's like, nah, bro, my code doesn't allow me to do that. So that's one thing about programming is like, you just kind of have to like fucking, Oh, by the way, yeah. How do we get back to our other thing? Well, let's copy this button. Boop. Copy that button. We'll paste it up here. How about that? And then we can make it too wide. Boom. There's our home button. It's a weird place for a home button. But now, right? OBS scenes. Hold on, let me go. OBS scenes, right? Press the home button. Back to this one. Audio. Press the home button. Easy as that. Easy as pat. Wait, maybe now I can move the audios down. Hold on. Oh, what am I doing, guys? What am I doing? Let me just make sure I copy that button because I'm pretty sure it's going to move it. Okay. Yeah, it's going to be all wonky for a second. Ugh. Nope. Nope. No. It's gone. Hold on. Sometimes you can save it by like moving stuff out of the way. There it is. Okay. 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 Do that. Shit, which one's this one? That's the mic? Okay. Yeah, sometimes you will fucking ruin your shit. There we go. Now it looks better. Like I said, be consistent, right? Be consistent. Make all your shit look the same. Now the home button's at the bottom. That's why I like it. Boop. Same thing down here, but at the bottom. That way your muscle memory's like, I gotta go home, press the button on the bottom. See how easy it is to delete your shit? And I had like a full screen, so I had nowhere for the buttons to like make the grid bigger to like find it. I was like, it's fucking gone. For our first homework, we will have a full demonstration by T-Dub on his channel tomorrow morning. Let's go. Give your oral presentation. Yeah, man. What fucking screen am I on? I don't even know what the hell's going on. Oh, okay. You like my wife's skin? I found that for her. I was like, oh, this is what I think of my wife if she was fucking 8-bit Minecraft with their little flowers on her head. Like hell. You're gonna be studying for this week? Let's go. Jesus, see, I have 2 different OBS things over here now. There we go. I can't even tell what I'm clicking or if I can click or what. But yeah, okay. Well, I hope that all made sense. That was a lot of info. I could talk about this shit all day. You know. Like I said, I've been doing this for about 12 years. I took a break for a while, but I don't know. I love being live, no matter what I'm doing. Maybe this is what I should do. Just do this. Teach other people. It becomes a lot. Like, this screen, this is a lot. Like, I showed my wife and she was like, that's too much. And I'm like, no. That's, you know, the bottom part, that's just extra information. That's, you don't need to know any of that stuff. It's a visual representation to help you manage, right? Because it does become too much. And so I work extremely hard to make these stupid things so that I don't have to work so hard later. But then I'm still changing them as I'm doing it. So it's just like, why'd I make them in the first place? You know what I mean? Anyway, who's on? Who's online right now? It makes sense, yeah. Never stop improving your stream. That's what I say. And also, I don't know how you guys feel about like those pre-made overlays and all that shit. Like, I've definitely bought some in my time from like Nerd or Die. And to start with, I think they're all right. But none of them ever felt like me, right? So I had to like create my own identity. Yeah, some free ones, you know. Because yeah, you look at like, remember Ninja back in the day, and he had like these super cool alerts and all this stuff, and you kind of get lost in that. So another piece of advice, even more important than the audio, is find your own identity, right? Do something that looks like nobody else's stream, right? I have never seen anyone do this, where it's like a 3D screen with like a reflection on the bottom, some text that's kind of at an angle, so it looks also 3D kind of. I've never seen anyone do that. So I was like, I'm going to do that. Even if it like cripples my computer, right? Because this reflection is an NVIDIA blur effect, and I can't play some games and stream at the same time because it's just like, no, you're using too much of the graphics card. So the only way to do that is if I did like a 2 PC setup and capture the other PC. It's the only way to do it. But also, I don't stream very heavy duty games. I stream more retro stuff and stuff like this. You know, heavy duty games I just play on my own with friends and shit like that offline. maybe on Discord. So, yes, that's my final piece of advice, which I will probably say every single time I do one of these. If you guys want me to keep doing this kind of stuff, I'll do it. I like having purpose in my streams, not just playing video games. So, audio, and be yourself. Create something that is uniquely you, right? And it's okay to borrow from other streamers, right? Like, oh, that's a cool idea. Like the commercials thing. I got that idea from a guy named Bone something. What is his name? Hold on. Let me find him. And don't be ashamed to admit that you got ideas from other people. You know what I mean? Like that's totally fine. No one's 100% original. What is his damn name? Where's his live notification? I'm part of his Discord. I'm trying to find his live notifications. Scone Bone. So like scone, like a, you know, like a croissant, or whatever the fuck it's called. Scone Bone. Check him out on Twitch. I was wondering if you had a supercomputer, lol. No. I do not have a supercomputer. I have a 4070. I have, I think it's like a 5700X3D CPU. This was built over a long time too. Storage, I have a lot. I have like 12 terabytes of storage, but that's because of all the recording I'm doing. But yeah. You guys got anything for me before I go? I think I'm gonna raid Shadow. I think he's on. Maybe? I don't know. Where is he at? Who is on? Shadow is on. He's playing Zelda 2. Holy shit. No, sir. Much appreciated. Let's raid Shadow. Let's go. Fucking another fellow streamer. He is a boss, unlike any other bosses out there. He's in the chats. I was able to @ him. I see you, Shadow. Ownerville respond. No, he's zoned in. All right, guys, let's go say hi to Shadow. You guys are the man. You guys are fucking keeping me alive over here, giving me purpose. What do you mean invalid username? There we go. I'll give him a little shout out so you guys can see.
Just to annoy the hell out of Zach.
What is that clip? It's just his cat. It's just a clip of his cat. What a weird ass fucking.
Just fell over.
All right, guys.
And here we are playing a 30-year-old randomized game.
Oh, okay, I guess that's his clip.
Yeah.
He plays a lot of Link to the Past. All right, guys. We'll be seeing ya. Goodbye.